So if someone came up to me and called me a white bitch, white trash, something that racial slur is white, but more specifically, if it was a person of color, then I could go to court, possibly sue them, and probably win the case with it being called reverse discrimination. That is BS. And I'm going to talk to you today about why you should stop saying reverse racism and stop doing affirmative action. So what is reverse racism? If you're white and a person of color is being racist towards you, it's reversed. But that's not what racism means. The definition of racism is the belief that all members of each race possesses characteristics and abilities specific to that race, especially so as to distinguish it as it is inferior or superior to another race or races. Basically, that means that if you think that your race is better, and you place stereotypes on the other race. And so before you ask, reverse racism is not a real thing. Just like cistophobia, misandry, and heterophobia does not exist. So examples of historical and modern racism, the pyramid to how it starts off with just jokes and then it goes to slurs, the acts of discrimination like not being able to find a job, people evict you from your house, acts of violence, and extreme violence, and then like Adolf Hitler, no more Jews. So,
oh wow, I got that.
So you don't believe me that you actually can go to court and win a case if you call it reverse discrimination. So an English teacher and a black coach, she was a coach at the time, and then she went up and she was the principal, was, I guess, calling her white trash and stuff. And so went to court and he won, and that was how much the lawsuit was.
Oh.
There's another one.
That's an expensive mistake.
That you still don't think people actually do this in court. There was a police officer, he had a boss, he denied him a promotion and gave it to a Mexican. He said it was racial, and he won, and now he's the chief. And the guy, Mr. Burnell or whatever, he says, "I'm very gratified that the jury ruled that I deserve to be chief of police. Throughout the case, I've tried to be positive about it, and you can ask my co-workers that the chief was being racial against me." That's what he said. What is affirmative action? So, a positive discrimination, also known as employment equality in Canada, reservations in India and Nepal, we've learned that in history classes. Positive action in the UK is the policy of favoring members of a disadvantaged group who suffer from discrimination within a culture. Like HBCU, maybe that's not a bad thing, but it is racially towards people of color because they supposedly are not smart enough. That is bullshit. People are people. Not just because you're racist doesn't make you dumb. So does affirmative action help or hurt more? In the long run, it hurts because they're being babied. They're having someone hold their hand the whole time because of their heritage, and that's stupid. They just want to be treated normal. They don't want to be hated, and they don't want to be babied. So if racism is institutionalized, produces who suffers from racism? People of color now, but white people want to turn it on them to get the attention, which, stop. So what to do now if you have the privilege to have white privilege? You acknowledge that people have different ancestors and backgrounds. Not everyone is white, not everyone is black. Why do you want the whole world thinking that everyone is just one color? No, you want them to keep their cultures, their beliefs. You want that diversity within a group, but you want everyone to like it. You don't want everyone to be hating it and then favoring them because of their history. It's, no. Those are my sources, and I hope you decided to stop saying like reverse racism whenever, and even in a joking way, it's stupid. Don't say it. Or doing affirmative action. That is, it's like having your mom with you all the time, but everyone is your mom. Thank you.